Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 3. Yes, day number 3. This has to be week 9, fall 2024 of our journey together, and it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's classes. Okay, so let's begin. So you do not have to write this down, but I want to begin by reviewing these geometric rules. Samaya with a Y, can you read the first 5 rules? Samaya. Go ahead, Samaya. Samaya, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes. Can you read the first 5? Go ahead. Go ahead. I can't hear from Samaya.
Angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees.
Very good.
Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to 180 degrees. Angles in a quadrangle add up to 360 degrees. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Angles around a point add up to 360.
Very good. Go ahead, Antoine, 6 through 9. Antoine, read 6 through 9.
Alternate angles are equal. They form a Z shape, Z or S shape. Corresponding angles are equal. They form a F shape. Co-interior angles add up to 180 degrees. They form a C shape. Complementary angles add up to 90 degrees. They form a L shape.
Very good. And so, class, co-interior angles add up to what? Co-interior angles add up to what?
180 degrees.
180 degrees.
180.
Very good. Vertically opposite angles are?
Equal.
Equal. Very good. Alternate angles are?
Equal.
Equal. Very good.
Equal.
Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to what?
180.
180 degrees. Very good. Angles in a quadrilateral add up to what?
360 degrees.
360 degrees. Very good. And angles at a point, angles around the point, I should say, add up to what? 360 degrees. Good. Okay, so now that we have our rules, we're going to use them in answering these practice problems. So let's go ahead and head up. My name is Mr. Petit. The day is what? The Wednesday? Wednesday, this has to be the 30th of October. Where's Taran? Taran, can you hear me?
So,
Are you writing this down, Taran? 2024.
so.
Okay, good. The subject is, of course, mathematics. And we're going to be looking at, this has to be geometry practice part 3. Geometry. Aiden Frandu, are you writing this down? There's Aiden. Aiden, are you writing this down? Where's Aiden? I can't hear from Aiden. Azaria Cash, are you writing this down? Where's Azaria?
Yes, sir.
Azaria, do you send in your notes?
Pardon?
Do you send in your notes for the class? Do you send in your notes?
No, sir.
So you need to send in your notes, Azaria. All right, you have to send in your notes. Do you have a phone that you can send it with?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I've been saying that. So make sure send in your notes today. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good. That's for everyone as well. Make sure take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp once the time arrives. So we're going to be looking at some more practice problems on geometry, just implementing all of the, shall I say, rules that we have been growing accustomed to for these few weeks. Good day, Mr. Bean. So I want us to consider this question. This is our first example. I want you to draw the shape, right? Tell me, in the shape, what do we see? We see two what?
Triangles.
Two triangles. Well, really, there are three triangles to be honest. But
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
mhm,
You could go back to the first slide real quick, please.
the first slide was just the topic.
Okay,
Subject
thank
and-
you.
No problem. All right, good. So we have this triangle, right? We have this next triangle right here. By the way, make sure I draw this triangle for me, please. And then write the questions. We're gonna answer them right now. Where is Cordell Pratt? Cordell, are you writing this down? Cordell Pratt, are you writing this down?
Yeah, I saw.
How about you, Joshua? Joshua, you writing this down? Where's Joshua? Joshua, can you hear me? Where's Joshua? Joshua, can you hear me? I can't hear from Joshua. Alexander Pintard, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And Alicia Outing, are you writing this down? Is Alicia Outing? Caleb, are you writing this down, Caleb?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And so we have these two triangles, right? Question, anyone got to answer this question? Y'all may know what I'm gonna ask. This triangle right here, tell me, what type of triangle is this?
Isosceles.
Isosceles triangle.
What type of triangle is it?
Isosceles triangle.
It is an isosceles triangle. How do you know it's an isosceles triangle?
Because the two sides are equal.
Very good. So this line right here, right? And these two lines indicates that what? This side is equal to what? That side, right? So the two lines indicate that the two sides are equal. Where is Caleb? Caleb, can you hear me? Where's Caleb? Caleb, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
These two lines, these two red marks, what do they tell us about the sides?
They are equal.
They're equal. And what do they tell us about the angles as well? What do we know about the angles? If the two sides are equal on this triangle, what do we know about the two angles? Anyone can help him? If the two sides are equal, what do we know about the two angles?
They're equal as
They're
well.
parallels.
Not parallel.
Isosceles.
The two angles are also equal. All right. So what we have here is we have this side is equal to this side. And more than that, this angle is equal to this angle. All right. Make sure I draw this for me, please. Where's Nateo Green? Nateo, can you hear me? Where's Nateo?
Yes, sir.
Nateo, you have to attend my classes, man. You have
Are
to
you on
attend.
the classes?
No, I mean, that's today. That's today. You didn't attend Monday and you didn't attend Tuesday. You have to be in the classes, Nateo. You understand
sir.
me? You have to be in
Yes,
there.
sir.
All right. So are you writing this down, Nateo?
Yes, sir. I can send
Okay.
you the note.
Got good. Where is Freddie? Freddie, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Freddie, are you writing this down? Are you drawing this and everything?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so the first question asks us to figure out what is the size of angle X. And before I tell you, we are like, it's the third week in geometry, not week, but third practice class. Does anyone know how we're gonna get the size of angle X? Anyone want to try? How are we gonna get angle X?
You
Add 53 and 27.
One at a time. Go ahead, Alea.
add 27 degrees plus 53 degrees, and then you minus the sum of those two from 180 to get your answer for X.
Samaya with an I. Where's Samaya with an I?
Yeah, so
She's saying that we're gonna add these two and then subtract it from 180. Why are we using 180? What's the reason?
because the interior angle of a triangle is 180 degrees. The total amount of it would be 180 degrees.
She's saying that we are using 180 because the total amount or the sum of interior angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. Is she correct? Is it 180?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is she correct? She's absolutely correct. So in order for us to get angle X, this angle, notice that we're dealing with a triangle. This angle is inside of this triangle. And so if we have this triangle here, we have this triangle, we have emphasis on this particular triangle right here. And if we notice, if we look at this triangle, we have 3 angles, X, 27, and 53. And based on our rule, they should add up to 180 degrees. And so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to first add what? Add 27 plus what?
53.
Plus 53. And when you add them, y'all add them yet? What y'all got? When you add them,
80.
what you got?
80 degrees.
80 degrees. Very good. 80 degrees. And so we have 27, right? Plus 53. And that gives us 7 plus 3, which is 10. We put the 0 down. We put the 1 above.
All right.
Say it again.
I can write this down.
Yes, you're writing this down. Yes, you're writing this down. Make sure you're writing this down, please. Everyone should be writing this down. And so we have 5 plus 3, and 5 plus 3 is 8. And so that means that X is equal to 80, right? That's what X is equal to.
No, sir.
Is X equal to 80?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
You have the minus 180 from 80.
You have to subtract from 180.
Very good. So we have to subtract, right? So this is going to be subtract. It's going to be, so subtract. So we say that what?
180 minus 80.
Very good. 180. 180 degrees minus 80 degrees is equal to what?
100 degrees.
100 degrees. Very good. 100 degrees. All right. And so that means that X is equal to what? X is
100
equal,
degrees.
100.
X is equal to 100. All right. Let me just show the working for how we subtract it. So we have that
Mr.
100.
Petit,
Yes, sir.
sorry to interrupt. Last time we do a isosceles triangle,
Uh-huh.
we just subtracted first. So why we adding first on this one?
All right, so you got to be careful. This triangle is not isosceles, the one I have highlighted.
Oh,
The next one is isosceles, and that's when we're gonna do that, what you're talking about. But this one is just a regular triangle. And for any regular triangle, the sum of the angles is 180 degrees. And so we have to add these two first, then subtract it from 180 to get X, because 100 plus 27 plus 53 is 180, and we want that because the sum of the 3 angles is 180. All right,
Oh,
that
yes,
makes
sir.
sense?
Yes, sir.
Good. So we have 180 minus 80. And so it's going to be 180 minus 80. 0 minus 0 is 0. 8 minus 8 is 0. And 1 minus 0 is 1. And so that means that the answer is 100 degrees. Let me know if y'all understand this, please. Let me know if y'all understand how we got this.
Yes, sir.
For X. I mean,
Understand?
Mr. Petit,
yes, sir.
do Y becomes 100?
We on X. We on X. I'm asking, do you understand how I got X?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Nateo, do you understand how I got X? Where's Nateo?
Yes, sir.
Explain how I got X, please.
You add 27 with 53. You get 80.
Mhm.
Subtract 80 by 180, and you get 100.
Why do we subtract it from 180? Why do we use 180 to subtract it?
Because
I'm asking Mateo. Go ahead.
Can you repeat that part?
Why are we using 180 to subtract it?
Because that's what the triangle add up to.
Very good. Because the sum of the angles add up to 180 degrees.
That's all.
Very good. Okay, good. So we understand how we got it, right? No, hopefully no questions. Damari, are you writing this down? That's Damari. Damari, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
And you understand how we got our answer, Damari?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So let me just put the degree sign. This is going to be, you don't necessarily have to put the degree sign on the working, but for sure you need to put it in the answer, for sure. You have to put that unless they have it already in the question. So next, we have defined y. We already know, let me erase this. We already know that x is how many degrees? We already know that x is 100 degrees. We already know that x is 100 degrees. Our goal is to figure out what is y. Any ideas on how we're going to figure out what is y? Anyone want to try?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Caleb. I mean, Antoine.
I think y is vertically opposite to x.
Y is vertically opposite to x? No, no. Vertically opposite, it has to be like this. Like this is this is A, and then this is A, right? Or this is B, and that is B. That's what we mean by vertically opposite, all right? But that is not vertically opposite. All right. Anyone else want to try?
So would it be 27?
27? Nope, it would not be 27.
180?
It would not be 180. Nope.
That's because they are separated from each other.
Say it again.
That's because they are separated from each other.
How are we gonna get y?
60.
Y is not 60.
You gotta take away 100. No.
No. Anyone want to try? How are we gonna get y?
180 with 3.
I think y is vertically up.
Say it again, Rodrigo.
I think y is vertically opposite to 53.
No. No. No.
Would it be
You subtract
27?
180 minus 100.
What you saying, Aiden?
You subtract 100 from 180
Why would you say that?
because angles that meet at a common point equals to 180, and y and x are at a common point.
Is he right? Do y'all agree with that?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Okay, so what's his name? Aiden is trying to make the case that these two angles are on a straight line. Are they on a straight line? Are they on a straight line? Are these two angles on a straight line?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
yes, sir, they are.
Right. My highlighted version is not straight.
They are.
My highlighted version is not straight, but let me do it again so y'all can get the picture. So if we look carefully, let me try to make it more straight. Are they on a straight line?
Is the answer 80 or no?
I'm asking, are they on a straight line?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Are they at
Yes.
a common point?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good. So angles on a straight line at a common point must add up to what?
180 degrees.
180 degrees.
180 degrees. So in order to find y, what are we gonna do?
180 degrees minus 100 degrees, and that would give you 80 degrees.
Very good. So y is equal to
80.
180 degrees. 180 degrees minus 100, because that's what x is. 180 degrees minus 100. 180 degrees minus 100 degrees. And 180 minus 100 gives us what? 80 degrees. So that means that y is equal to 80 degrees. Now, if I were to put a reason here, what's going to be my reason?
Lines.
Angles on a straight line that meet a common point equals to 180 degrees.
Angles on, very good, angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line at.
So excuse me, Mr.
a
T, do
common
you
point.
have to write that in the exam?
No, you don't have to write the reason, no.
Thank you.
Add up to 180 degrees, okay? Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to 180 degrees. All right, and that's our reason. Okay, where is Antoine here? Antoine, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Not Antoine, Antonio. Is Antonio here? Where is what's the name? Chanel Jones. Chanel Jones, you understand this so far? Chanel Jones.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Laura Green, are you there? Where's Laura?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Good. Denvor, where's Denvor?
Yes, sir.
I can't hear you, Denvor. Are you there? Denvor, are you there?
Yes, sir.
How do we get answer for y? What do we do?
180 take away 100.
And what does that give us?
80.
Why did we subtract from 180?
Because 100.
Why did we use 180 degrees? What's the reason why we use 180? Are you here? Why do we use 180?
Does it lag?
Angles, what the reason say?
Angles on the straight line at a common point add up to 180 degrees.
Very good. So these on a straight line, right? At a common point, right? You see that?
Yes,
and they should add up to what?
180.
180 degrees. And so that's why we subtracted from 180, because angles on a straight line at a common point must add up to 180 degrees. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Donika Martin, are you there? Where's Donika Martin?
I'm right here.
Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
And Alandra Parker, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Elcha, you understand this? Where's Elcha? Okay, and Isaiah Brown, you understand this?
I understand a little bit.
Okay, what don't you understand? What part do you understand? The first one or the
For the
second?
second one, I was wondering where you got 100 from, but now just looking at the reason, I can't understand.
You say where I get the 100 from?
Yes, sir.
Remember, we had to figure out 100 from the first question. So once we figured out what 100 was, because that's how we got x. X is 100. So what we did is we add 2753 and we subtracted from 180 to get 100. So once we have x now, then we can say, okay, these two angles on a straight line, they are a common point, then y could be equal to 80. You understand me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I
Okay.
understand.
Okay, so class, what is y equal to? What is y equal to?
180 degrees.
80 degrees.
80 degrees. Very good. 80 degrees. Now, we know that y is equal to 80. How are we going to get z? How are we going to get z? Any answers on that? How are we going to get z?
We're going to
We divide
take
180.
away
Go ahead.
take
Go
away
ahead,
from it.
Go ahead, Shavette. Say it
Take
again.
away 180 from 27.
27.
Yes. Take away 180 degrees from 27.
No. Anyone else want to try?
We divide 180.
Divide 180.
I can try Mr.
Go
Divide
ahead.
one-
Go ahead, Alea.
So first we do 180 minus 80, which gives you 100, and then you divide 100 by 2.
Nope.
And that
No. Go ahead, Kanan. You're very low. I can't hear you at all.
Can I try after? I think one, what's the topic, and two, I think to find Z.
I can't hear you at all. You sound like Dark Vader.
You can hear me now?
But you sound like Dark Vader.
I am your father.
All right, go ahead, Joseph. Try. Joel.
I want to try.
I think we should
Okay.
take away all the numbers and then divide it by 2.
Nope.
I want to try.
Go ahead, Trayvon. I can finally hear you.
I would say because it's isosceles triangle and y is 80. The other angle on the other side would be 80. You add them and you take it away by 180.
Wow. Bingo, 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 bingo. Did y'all hear him? Did y'all hear him?
No, sir.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Go ahead, Trayvon, they need to hear you because you were right. Go ahead.
I say since the triangle is since you have two lines going through a triangle, it's an isosceles triangle. And since y is 80, the other angle should be 80 because they are equal to each other. And you subtract it by 180 because a triangle add up to 180 degrees.
So what are you subtracting?
80. You add 80 to 80.
Mm-hmm.
And then you subtract it by 180.
Yes, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. So the idea is that, and that's what I emphasized at the beginning, we are looking at what type of triangle is this on this side? We are looking at a what?
Isosceles triangle.
Isosceles triangle. I get you now, Kanan. We're looking at
I have a question. What was the topic?
Geometry practice part 3. So
Okay, thank you.
So we are looking at, let me use a yellow. We are looking at an isosceles triangle, which means that this side and this side are equal. But more than that, since we're looking at an isosceles triangle, we know that the base angles, which is this angle and also this angle, must add up to, must be what? They must be what? These two angles must be what? They must be equal, right? They must be equal.
That'd be 160 subtract 180. Answer 20.
So we know that these two angles are equal. So if y is 80, what must the other side be equal to?
80.
It must also be 80 as well. So this is also 80 degrees. And so all we need to do is figure out what z is. But we already know that angles in a triangle add up to what? Angles in a triangle add up to what? 180 degrees. So in order to figure out what z is, what are we gonna do?
Add 80 and 80.
We're gonna add. We're gonna add first. we're gonna add first. We're gonna add 80 plus 80. So add 80 degrees. The first 80 degrees comes from this y, right? So 80 plus, the second 80 comes from this side, yeah? So 80 plus 80, and that gives us what?
160.
160.
160 degrees. 160 degrees. And so let me just show you all the working so we can have it down. 80 plus 80. Is Antonio here? Where's Antonio? Can't hear from Antonio. So 0 plus 0 is what?
0.
0. 8 plus 8 is?
16.
16. Good. So we have 160. And then we're gonna what? Subtract, right?
Subtract 180.
Subtract.
60, 160.
Very good. So subtract.
And that will equal 20.
So we subtract. This is going to be
180 minus
subtract.
160.
Very good. So this is going to be subtract. So it's going to be so we have 160 or 180 rather minus what?
160.
160
160.
equals 20
And what y'all got? What y'all got when you subtract?
degrees.
20 degrees.
20 degrees. Very good.
20.
20 degrees. And so that means that z is equal to what?
20 degrees.
Z is equal to
20 degrees.
20 degrees. Very good. Z is equal to 20 degrees. And that makes sense because if you put 20 degrees here, then you have 20 degrees, 80 and 80, that's 180. 27, 153, that's also 180 degrees. And so the key thing to remember is that angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So whenever you have the three angles, it has to be equal to 180 degrees. Same thing with these three. They have to be equal to 180 degrees. Let me subtract it though. Let me just show the subtraction. So we have 180 minus 160. 0 minus 0 is 0. And 8 minus 6 is 2. And so that means the answer is 20 degrees. Now you may say, well, Mr. Badi, why you always write your working? Is working important?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so because if you don't show working, get points off.
Yeah, if you don't
people
show.
could think you cheating.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So for the sake of showing academic honesty, you need to show your working to show that you know how to get the answer and you wasn't not copying nobody else's work. All right. And if you don't show your working, you won't get full marks. So make sure show all working. All right, question. Do we understand this? Let me know if you'll understand this, please. How about
Yes,
my
sir.
answers?
Yes, sir.
Let me know if you understand this.
You need to do a next one.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Who asked for the next one?
Sorry.
Curry, no problem. I will do the next one. Anyone else understand this? Let me know if y'all understand this, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anyone do not understand? Oh my God, do not. Anyone do not understand? Do you have anyone who do not understand? I don't. Okay. All right, but I'm gonna do another example, but this is what I want you to do. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Do that right now. Take a picture of your work and send it to me. Liliana, where's Liliana?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Ready, sent in the work?
I'm doing it now.
You're doing it now. Okay. Malachi, where's Malachi? Malachi,
1 point add up.
where's Malachi? Malachi, can you hear me? Can I from Malachi? Dizon Curry, where's Dizon Curry? Antonio, where's Antonio? Yeah, I don't see Antonio, I don't see you in the class. What's happening?
Yes, sir. I try. I'm not home right now.
Okay. How far away are you from home?
Like probably 20 minutes.
Okay, once you come home, then log on.
All right.
And it's not all right, Antonio.
Yes. Yes. Sir.
Good. All right. Okay, good. The rest of you, are y'all finished with this? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Where is Harmony?
No.
Harmony,
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
where's Harmony?
Yes, sir.
Harmony, can you hear me? Harmony, where's Harmony?
Yes, sir.
You ready to write this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And Kamani, you ready to write this down? Where's Kamani?
Thank you.
Ready to have this written down?
Yes, sir.
And Marino, where's Marino? Marino, can you hear me? Marino, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Did you send your work to me, Marino?
Going through right now.
Say it again.
I'm going through right now.
You have my number?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Miles and Marks, you already sent in your work?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so let's go ahead and
Not yet. Not
okay.
yet, Peter. Mr. Peter. One more.
All right. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we have to move on to the next example. So let's go ahead. So the next example is going to be very similar to this. So I need you to write this down as well. Let me move this. In fact, so for this one, it's going to be the same question. The only thing is I changed the numbers. So write down, let's draw the same image again. I didn't change the letters, so I didn't want to confuse you all. So let's go ahead and do this together. So for this one, make sure to draw this image for me. We have this triangle and we have this next triangle right there. Make sure to draw this for me, please. Where is Brianna Moss? Brianna Moss, are you drawing this image for me? Brianna Moss. Where's Brianna? Brianna Moss, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Aranique.
Yes, sir.
Aranique Boros, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Where's Justin Sanders? Justin Sanders, can you hear me? Justin, can you hear me? I don't know if Justin can hear me. Justin, if you could type in the chat, the chat for me, please. Rudy, can you hear me, Rudy?
The chat is disabled.
The chat is disabled. Where's Rudy? Rudy, you haven't have you written this down?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm writing it down. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Tony Cooper.
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down, Tony?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Stane and Stanisha.
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
That's good. And Ronald. Where's Ronald? Randolph, Bethel, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down, Randolph?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Patrick, where's Patrick? Patrick? Patrick, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down, Patrick?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. All right, okay. Nateo, did you send in your work, Nateo? Nateo Green. Did you send your, Nateo, did you send your work? I can't have from Nateo. Where is, Philip? Philip, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Philip, are you sending your work? Did you send your work in today?
Yes, sir.
What's your number?
I just sent you the chat.
Just type in the phone that you're using. Just type in your name. Just put Philip, so I could know it's your Philip. You understand what I'm teaching?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so let's move on. For X, how did y'all answer X already? I don't know if y'all tried X, but how, for those who did it already, how did we get X?
Yes, sir.
What did we do?
I got 84.
To get X,
56 and 28.
We added, right? We added what?
56 and 28.
Very good. So we add 28 degrees. Plus what?
56 degrees.
Plus 56 plus 56 degrees. And when we add them, what do we get?
84.
84 degrees.
So we have 28.
84.
We have 28. Plus 56. It's Paracel. It's Paracel. I can't have from Paras. 8 plus 6 is what?
14.
8 plus 6 is?
14.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14, put the 4 down, put the 1 up. 5 plus 3 is 8. So when you add them together, we get what?
84.
84 degrees.
84.
Anyone else got that before me? Before me?
So I did.
Yes, sir. Okay, good. So we finished finding out what X is, right? We know what X is.
No.
X is 84, right?
You still have to
Subtract the
subtract.
minus.
You have to subtract from 180.
Subtract.
Very good. We still have to subtract from 180. Why are we subtracting from 180?
Because all the angles add up to 180.
Very good. Because angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. And so remember, we're trying to figure out what is this angle, angle X. An angle X is in a triangle, so this is going to be 180 degrees. Minus
84.
Minus 84 degrees.
106.
Okay. And so when we subtract, let me see. What y'all got when y'all subtracted it?
96.
96.
96.
What, 96? Okay. 84. And we subtracted, this becomes a 7. This becomes 10 minus 4, which is 6. We can't do 7 minus 8, right? So this is going to be 17 minus 8, which is 9. I got 96. Did y'all get that?
So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so we have, right? We have that X is equal to what?
96.
96 degrees. So it's going to be equal to 96 degrees. And so here we have X is equal to 96 degrees. All right. How many persons got 96? Let me know, please. You got 96?
I did.
Got it.
Okay, perfect.
I did.
Perfect. Now let's do part Y. What y'all got for Y? What y'all got for-
No, I got
84.
what you got for Y?
84.
We know X is 96. X is 96. And the reason is because angles in a triangle equal to 180. But what we get for Y?
84.
84.
How do we get our answer for Y?
180 minus the 96.
Very good. We do 180 degrees. We do 180 degrees minus 96 degrees. And that's gonna be equal to what?
84. 84.
What's the reason why we subtracting from 180?
Because it's on straight line.
It's
Angle.
an isosceles triangle.
No, the reason why we subtract from 180 is because angles on a straight line add a
At
what?
a common point.
Add a common point.
Yeah.
Add up to what? 180 degrees. And so we have angles on a straight line at a common point at 180 degrees. So we have 180 minus 96. And so it's going to be, if we subtract it, it's basically the opposite of this, to be honest. So 180 degrees minus 96. Okay, we have 0 minus 6. Can we do that?
No.
No, we can't. So it's gonna be 10 minus 6, which is 4. 7 minus 9, we can't do that. So it's gonna be 17 minus 9, which is 84. And so that means that Y is equal to 84 degrees. Anyone else got that? Let me know, please, if you got that for me.
I did.
I did.
Very good. So Y is equal to 84 degrees.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Next, we have to figure what Z is. What y'all got for Z?
12.
12. Y'all got
168.
I got
Take away
168.
168 from 180, you get 12 degrees.
I got 12 degrees as well.
someone
Excuse me.
say yes, Jaden.
My internet keeps on going in and out, so I might not be able to get the full lesson today.
Okay. Take a screenshot. So if it goes out, then you can write it down. All right.
Yes, sir.
What y'all say y'all got 168?
Yes.
12
I have
184. You take that from 180.
I just have 84.
I get 12.
They give you
You
12.
got 12.
I got 12.
12 degrees.
12. Okay, so well, first of all, the first thing we have to remember is what type of triangle are we looking at?
Isosceles.
An isosceles triangle. So that means that this side, right, must be equal to what? This side. But more than that, more than the sides being equal, what else do we know for isosceles triangle? What else? More than the sides being equal, what else must be equal? This angle. This angle.
The angles.
Yeah, the base angles are equal. So this angle, which equals 2, we already know that Y is equal to what?
84.
84 degrees. So if Y is equal to 84 degrees, and we already know that these two angles are equal, what must this side be equal to?
84.
84 degrees as well.
4 degrees. Then we have to add up 84 plus 84, then subtracted by 180.
Very good. So we have 84 degrees plus 84 degrees.
168.
And that gives us what? So we have 84. You say 168? Okay, so we have 84 plus 84. 4 plus 4 is 8. 3 plus 8 is 16. And so it's going to be what? 168 degrees. 68 degrees. And so it's our final answer, right? Z is equal to 168 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, sir. No, sir.
No, what we have to do? We have to
You
do
have to
what?
subtract 180 by 168.
Very good. We subtract. We subtract. And when we subtract them, we have 180 degrees. 180 degrees minus what?
168.
168. Very good.
That gives you 12.
And that gives us what?
12.
So
12.
180
12 degrees.
12
180 degrees minus 168
equals 12.
You got 12.
So
0 minus 8, we can't do that. This becomes 7. Then we have 10 minus 8, which is 2. 7 minus 6 is 1. So this is going to be what? 12.
12.
So the answer here is that Z is equal to
12 degrees.
Z is equal to what? Z is equal to 12 degrees. Let me change this. Z is equal to 12 degrees. Again, Z is equal to 12 degrees. All right. Quick recap. The way how we got X is because angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. We know that X is inside of this triangle. And so since X is inside of this triangle, that means that X must, along with these three angles, along with these two angles, add up to 180 degrees. So we add 28 and 56 right here to get 84. Then we subtract 180 minus 84 to give us 96 because angles in a quadrilateral, angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So we have that X is equal to 96. Seeing that we know that X is equal to 96, we know that angles on a straight line at a common point add up to 180 degrees. And so we subtract it, and when we subtract it, we get 180 minus 96, and that gives us 84. So we got that Y is equal to 84. And finally, we know that we're dealing with an isosceles triangle. So if this side has this line, that means that this side has this line, which means that we're looking at an isosceles triangle and both sides and both angles are equal. If this is 84, this must also be 84. We add 84 plus 84, that gives us 168. We subtract that from 180. They give us that Z is equal to 12 degrees. Let me know if you understand it, please. Let me know if you understand it, please.
Yes, sir.
Put an I in the chat if you understand it. Again, put an I inside the chat if you understand it. Again, put an I inside the chat if you understand it. Put N if you do not understand what we're doing. All right, put N if you do not understand, but put an I if you understand what we're doing. Okay. Again, put an N if you do not understand. Okay. Now, if you are new, if you just arrived, obviously you won't understand what we did. But for those of you who are here, then I expect you to to understand. I need everyone to respond, please. Put I inside the chat if you understand what we're doing. Put N if you do not understand what we're doing. All right. All right. Most people get it. Most people get it. The 702. Okay. All right, good. What we're gonna do now is we're going to This one, do not write. This one, do not write in your books. You're just gonna do it. You're just gonna do it in the chat. So this one, you answer it in the chat. Answer angle X, Y, and Z in the chat. You do not write this in your book for this particular one. Only for this one. So I'm gonna let y'all do it on your own. So let me move these angles, change them. So let's say that we have, let me put this here.
Mr. Petit, can you go back for a second, please?
I can. Y'all finished with this slide, right? By the way, take a picture of this work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Ready, Dad?
Good. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Now I need everyone to do that. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Okay, good. Okay, good. How does your drawing look? Does it look as neat as mine?
My drawing probably looks better.
Wow, better.
Something close to that.
Mr. Petit, that's a Y.
Neat enough.
Neat enough. All right, neat enough. Make sure your drawing is properly, it's neat and proper, and it's legible. All right, so let's move on to the next one. For this one, like I said, it's going to be something that you do on your own. You do not have to draw the diagram, just answer the questions in the chat. Just answer the questions in the chat. So say for this one, we have, say that this is 21 degrees, say, and let's say that this one is, say, 43, two odd numbers. So 21 and 43. And I need you to figure out what is angle X, Y, and Z. Again, put your answers inside the chat for me, please. Let's put graded exercise. You do not write this down, just put the answers inside the chat. I want to see if you understand what to do. What you think X is going to be equal to. Crimson has already answered for X. Okay, thank you, Crimson. Samaya has already answered as well. Samaya with the I. Make sure you complete all the steps. Great exercise. Alandria, make sure put the letter X is equal to what? Dazon, thank you. Anishka, Philip, thank you. Kamani, thank you. Alandra Parker, Dazon Curry, Chanel, Watson, Dwayne. Okay. Gillette Cash, Miss Cash, Condoleezza, Shepherd, Kamani. I need y'all to put y'all answers in the chat. Put your answers inside the chat for me, please.
Inside WhatsApp chat or the Zoom chat?
Zoom chat. Deja Barry, you understand what to do? Deja Barry. Deja, you understand what to do? Where's Deja? Can't have from Deja. Ethan Adderley. Where's Ethan Adderley?
Yes, sir.
You understand what to do?
Yes, sir, I understand what to do.
Okay. Go ahead. Who's it speaking? D'Angelo. The same thing that we have every week. We have math on Mondays and Wednesdays, health science and general science on Tuesdays, and math on Tuesdays. We have math and English today. Same thing every week.
Mr. Petit, you see my answer?
You answered all of them?
Oh, I thought you wanted to guess the justifying X.
X, Y, and Z. Answer all X, Y, and Z.
Mr. Petit, can you please check my answers?
We're gonna answer them together, so I don't have to check your answers individually.
All right, thank you.
Where's Dior?
Yes, sir.
Dior, do you send me the notes for this class?
Yes, sir.
Did you send me yesterday's work?
No, sir.
So you have to send the notes to y'all. You have to do that. So take a picture of your work from yesterday and send it to me. Because I don't see,
Tristan did mine.
because I don't, Dior, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So I need to see your notes.
Yes, sir.
Aranique Burrows, where's Aranique?
Yes, sir.
Aranique, you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Did you send in your notes?
I'll do it now.
Okay, and Kaden, where's Kaden? Kaden, can you hear me? Where's Kaden? Kaden, can you hear me? Is Kaden here? Kaden, can you hear me? I can't hear from Kaden.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Kaden, do you do your work in this class?
Yes, sir.
You already sent me the notes?
No, yeah, I'm gonna send you it again, sir.
Okay, all right. Kalia Forbes, where's Kalia Forbes? Kalia Forbes, can you hear me? By the way, is there anyone who's finished? Is there anyone who's finished, completed?
I am.
I'm finished.
I am.
Yes, sir.
Finished.
All right.
am.
All right.
I am.
Okay. Very good. Rayshawn Cartwright, we're gonna answer them right now. Rayshawn Cartwright. Where's Rayshawn Cartwright? Who is finished and believes their answers is right, like absolutely correct?
Me. I finished.
All right. Wyatt, where's Wyatt? Wyatt, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Wyatt, you need to send in your work. Yesterday you sent it, but you need to send it tonight again. You understand me, Wyatt? Okay. Where is Taran? Taran, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Take a picture of your work and send it to me. You already did that?
I can do it right now.
Yes, you need to send in your work. Tania or Tanaya? Where's Tanaya?
Yes, sir.
Did you send in your work?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so let's go ahead and answer these questions. The first one is X. What did y'all get for X?
64.
Y'all got?
64.
64.
64.
64. Okay, so first we add 21 and 43. When we add them, what do we get?
54.
When we add them, what do we get?
64.
64.
But we have to subtract it from what?
180.
180.
180. So 180 minus 64 is what?
116
116.
degrees.
116. Anyone got that? 116 degrees.
I did.
All right, very good.
I did.
If you got that, then you're a
I did.
genius. Very good. All right, Y. So X is 64. Okay. So what was Y? What would Y be? What y'all have for Y?
64. 64.
64.
I'm sorry. X is 116. X is 116. And so Y is going to be, let me change the color. Y is equal to 180 minus what?
116.
116, good. And so we have, this is going to be, this is going to be what, 64. Because we subtracted 180 minus 116. Chico, did you get this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So Y is equal to 116. Anyone else got this?
I did.
Got it.
I did.
And last
Yes,
but by
I did.
no means least, we have Z. Z is what?
Is equal to 64. Oh, sorry.
52.
52.
What? What is
Z
Z?
is equal to 60.
64 plus 64.
52.
52.
I got 52.
All right, first we have to add these two. These two. When you add them, what you get?
128.
128. So we say 180
1.
Minus what?
Minus 128.
128
Minus 128
equals 52.
equals to what?
52.
52.
52.
Y'all sure?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It's equal to 52 degrees. Anyone else got that? Let me know if you got
I
that.
did.
Got it.
I
I
did.
did.
I did.
I
Excellent.
get them all right.
I did.
Anyone else got all right 3 out of 3?
I
Let's
did.
start.
I did.
All right. Anyone got
Get all right.
2 out of 3? 1 wrong. Anyone got 1 wrong?
I got all right.
I get one wrong.
Kanan, you got 1 wrong? Which one you got wrong?
Z.
C? Okay, be careful. Anyone else got 1 wrong?
Because I thought the two base ones had to be equal. This was easy.
That is right. The 2 base ones have to be equal.
What?
So, but those ain't. But so how come it say Z equals 52?
Yeah. It depends on how you look at
Eh?
the base. The base ones, when I say base ones, I mean these. These are the
Oh,
base.
those two.
Yeah, because that's where the line is. These are the base angles. All right? Not this and that.
Can you walk me through how to find that, please?
The base angles are always the angles that are on the side of the lines themselves. So for example, if we have this, right? This is the base one. So we have the two lines here. So you automatically know that this angle can't be the base angle because it have to be that this side is and this side are equal. So if this side and this side are equal, that means that the angle formed by these two, by these two sides must be the base angles. All right. It can't be the one in the back. It can't be. The one in the back is the odd man out. All right.
Yeah, sir. So so you have to add y twice and then subtract it from 180?
That's correct. That's correct. In this case, because we were given
sir,
what
thank
y,
you.
in this case, because we were given what y is. Now, if we were given what z is, right, then we would have to subtract 180 from, let's say z was 64. Then we had to subtract 180 from 64, then divide it to get the 2, right? You understand? But we weren't given z, we were given y. So we just say, okay, this is 64, that's 64, and subtract from 180 to get z. Understand now? All right, let's move on to the next one. Let me.
I think so. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
no problem. So let's do another one. So let me erase this. So for this one, let me erase all this. Erase, clear all drawings. All right, good. All right, so let's try this one. So draw this for me, please. We want to try this particular one. So for this one, we do have a triangle. We still have a triangle, but we have this line here and this line here. What does that mean? When we see the 2 arrows on them and they're going in the same direction, they are
parallel.
They're parallel, right? They're parallel. Remember we said about parallel lines. Parallel lines, they
Never touch.
They never meet. They're equal distances apart and they never meet each other. These 2 lines are parallel and they will never meet each other no matter how long they go. So they won't meet each other. Why? Because how could they? They can't meet each other because this one is going in that direction, they're going that direction. They will just continue being separate forever and ever and ever and ever. Amen. So
Is it like the like magnets when you put opposite the same sides together but it don't connect?
yeah, sort of like that. So we call these parallel lines, right? They're never gonna meet. So we have 2 parallel lines, and the good thing is we have a transversal. And so let me show you all the transversal right there, which cuts through the parallel lines. And so please pay attention to that. That's a sneaky part, right? And so if we have that, a lot of things can be opened up to us, right? And a lot of the rules could be opened up to us as well. And so Alicia, can you hear me? Where's Alicia? Alicia, can you hear me? Alicia Outing? Can't hear from Alicia. Ethan Bain, can you hear me? Where's Ethan Bain? Ethan Bain, are you there? Also, Miss Cash, can you hear me?
Mr. Batik, you want us to write this?
Yes, you're writing this down. I just about to ask you if you're writing this down.
In the
Where?
book? Okay.
In your book, write this down in your book. Jonathan, are you there? Where's Jonathan?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down in your book, Jonathan?
Yes, sir.
And Kiajane, are you writing this down in your book, Kiajane? Kiajane,
Yes, sir.
are you writing this down in your book?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Samaya, are you writing this down? Where's Samaya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Stanley Eugene, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Shekinah, are you there? Where's Shekinah?
All right, yeah, Mr. Batik.
Yeah, what happened? You don't answer in class no more. What happened? You don't understand this topic?
No, sir.
You don't understand this topic?
No, sir. I understand like some of it, but not all of it.
Not all of it, okay. Okay, so we're gonna do this one together. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Are you writing this down, Shekinah?
Yes, sir. I'm drawing it, and then I'm gonna write down the questions.
Okay. And Delvon Sands, are you writing this down? Delvon Sands, are you there? I can't hear from Delvon. I can't hear you.
Hello?
Yeah. Yes, Delvon, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
How does your diagram look?
It ain't look the best, but it looking good.
It didn't look the best, but it looking good. That sounds like an oxymoron to me. But make sure I write it down for me. Where's Destiny Johnson? Destiny Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And Daniel Curry, you have this down?
Mr. Petit, I go to the please.
Yes, you can. Where is Joel Cooper? Joel Cooper, are you writing this down?
Good day, yes, sir.
All right, perfect. Jerusalem, you understand? Are you writing this down, Jerusalem?
Yes, sir, Mr. Batik, but I am not feeling well. I'm just ready to listen. I will write it when I'm feeling much better. The flu is going
You
around.
write anything on you start or you just
I start. But I just want you to write down the question. Miss Jerusalem, you say you're not feeling well?
No, sir, but I'm listening. I'm ready to listen. I will take the notes when I'm feeling much better.
No problem. Did you understand the first example?
I understand it clearly, sir.
Okay, that's good.
Right.
Okay, so let's go ahead and answer this. Let's do A, right? So we're gonna figure what A is. Any ideas?
I think so.
Go ahead, Kanan. How are we gonna get A?
I think what we do it is, well, one of the two ways I see is that no. So I think the way we should do it is that there's a line, right, and there's 126. So I think A and 126 degrees are on a straight line at a common point. So I think we subtract the two.
Subtract the two? What do you mean?
180 minus 126. I think that'd be
You think that's how we get A? Anyone else? Want to try? How are we gonna get A?
I think it's 180 minus 126.
I agree with him.
You agree with that? Why would you say that? What's the reason?
Angles on
straight
a
line.
straight line adds up to angles on a straight line at a common point adds up to 180.
Are
Excuse me,
these?
Mr. Petit.
Go ahead, Kanan.
A real question I should really be asking is what type of, is this a scalene triangle?
It's
Because
clearly
you don't have the markings.
it doesn't have a marking, so it's not isosceles.
It's not equilateral either, right?
No, it's not equilateral. It would have all three of the lines.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Thank you.
May I use the restroom, please?
Yes, you can. All right, so we have angles on a straight line. Are these on a straight line? Let's check.
Yes, sir.
They're on a straight line. All right. Are they at a common point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. What do we know about angles on a straight line at a common point? What would they add up to?
They add up to 180 degrees.
They are 180 degrees.
They add up to 180 degrees. Where's Shekinah? Shekinah? Where's Shekinah? I don't know if she can hear me. Shekinah, can you hear me? All right. So that means that in order for us to get A, what must we do? We have to say what? A is equal to
180.
180 minus what?
126.
126 degrees.
Very good. 180 minus 126. And that equals to what? Anyone answered it already?
54 degrees.
54 degrees.
54. So 180 minus 126. We have 0 minus 6, which is, we can't do that. This becomes 7. Then we have 10 minus 6, which is what? 4. 7 minus 2, which is 5.
5.
So this is going to be what?
54.
54 degrees.
54 degrees. Where's Shekinah?
I wrote you, Mr. Petit.
You understand how we got 54 degrees?
Yes, sir. I understand this piece.
Understand that piece. What's the reason? What's the reason?
Because angles on a straight line add up to 180. Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to 180 degrees.
Very good. Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to 180 degrees. So let's put that reason there. Reason for this one is
Do we write the reason?
yes, write the reason right underneath. Or I put it on top because I don't have space, but you can put it at the bottom. Angles on a straight line at a common point adds up to 180 degrees. All right, so y'all understand how we got A, right? Is that clear to y'all?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, okay, that's how we got angle A. Now, anyone can help me with getting B?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I know what gets it.
Go ahead, Lindia.
Okay, you would add 54 plus 58, and then subtract it from 180.
No, that's not how you do it. But why would you say that, Lindia? Why would you do that? You're thinking about it. But the thing is, it's the inside of a triangle out of 180 degrees. The inside. So I want B. Not C, I want B. We know that A is 54. Merkeo. Where's Merkeo?
So
Where's Merkeo?
358.
Where's Makeo?
Would call him big dead who jerk or something.
Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
Can you check the chat, please?
Check the
20
chat. Okay.
seconds.
Okay, no problem.
I
You think it's 50?
think
Okay.
to
Okay.
54 as the alternate angle.
Who is it speaking? What's your name?
Margarita.
Margarita. You think it's 54? All right.
Margarita.
Margarita. All right. Margarita think it's 54. Anyone else think it's 54?
I think so too.
Anyone else think it's 54? Chanel says 54.
We talk about B or C.
I
Talking
like
about
her,
B.
sure.
We're talking about B. We're talking about B.
I think B is 112.
I think B is 112. Okay. Okay. Where is Markeo? Markeo, you're saying something? Dwayne Henry, where's Dwayne? Dwayne, who are you speaking to?
Someone had called me. My apologies.
Okay.
Oh, what's up?
Make sure that you're focused in class, Dwayne. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, so in order for us to get, but B is so easy. I'm surprised y'all didn't get B. B is very easy. Try it.
What is it? 126?
B is 112.
Why would B be 112? Why would B
Is
be
it
112?
126?
Why is it?
I
Why
feel
would
like
it be?
just 126.
Why would it be 126?
I get C before I get B. That's how I get B.
Say it again.
I got B before I got C. I got C before I got B.
It's literally right in our eyes. I don't understand how
I
y'all
think
can't
it's
see it.
126.
It's literally
Isn't
right.
it 54?
Kim Crimson, why you say 54?
58. Because like I forget the word for it, but like hold on, I try to remember the word for it.
Would it be opposite?
Isn't it corresponding?
No, not corresponding.
It's 54
vertically
because
opposite?
it's alternate. It's alternate.
Alternate.
Alternate or vertically opposite, one of them.
Alternate. Alternate. What do we know about alternate angles? What do we
They
know about?
form a S. They form a S or Z shape.
Yes, they form a Z shape. So I'm trying to figure out how come y'all didn't see the Z yet. It's right there. It's literally, that's the first thing I draw. This is a Z shape right there. You see it,
I'm a
right?
little blind.
I see it.
It's right there, right?
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah,
Oh, I see it.
yeah, it's right there.
It's kind of like upside down, kind of like an N.
Yeah, you gotta have a good eye for it, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's what I mean. This question came right from your exam, like literally. That's why I give it to y'all. Because in the exam, they try to trick you. But you have to have a good eye for it to see it. So this right here,
And that's the first thing I thought of too.
this right here is what? 54. And so this one must also be what?
54.
54.
54 degrees. All right. 54 degrees. And so we say that angle B is equal to what? Angle B is equal to 54 degrees as well. And what's the reason?
Because it's an alternate angle.
The same.
Very good. Because alternate angles are what?
Equal.
Alternate. Very good. Alternate angles are equal. Where is Camrose? Is Camrose here?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Are you understanding what I'm teaching?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alternate angles are equal. And what shape do they form? A Z shape. Okay, good. That one is easy. Any questions on that one? Let me know, please, if y'all understand how we got 54 for B. Let me know if y'all understand.
Yes, that one was very easy, Mr. Petit.
Pretty straightforward. Okay. Now we need C. How are we gonna get C?
I get 68.
68. How are we gonna get C?
Add
58.
Oh no, I got changed my
And
no, my answer.
subtract that by 180.
How are we gonna get
58 and 54 and subtracted by 180, which would equal 68.
anyone else? How are we gonna get C? Anyone
I
else?
Add all of the interior angles of the triangle
58
and
plus
take it away from
54
180.
minus 180.
Y'all, I keep on saying take away from 100. What we taking away from 180? 58?
No,
58
sir.
plus 24, and then we subtract that by 180.
Why would we do that?
Draft 112 by 180.
Why would we do that?
We're adding all of the interior angles
Because
of the
all the
triangle
interior
together
angles of
and
the
whatever
triangle
answer
add
we
up to
get, we subtract that from 180.
I'm trying to figure out why would we do that. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
See,
Why?
it's 68.
What's the reason? Why would
Because
we?
angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees.
Very good. So we have that this is 58 and this is 54. And we're looking at a triangle. So this is 58, this is 54, this is C. And we know that the interior angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Where's Shekinah? Shekinah, can you see this? Where's Shekinah?
Yes, sir.
I don't want you to get lost. You understand how we got 54?
Yes, sir, because they're vertically opposite.
Not vertically opposite. What's the reason? I have it right now.
Alternate angles are equal. That's the reason why.
Yeah. Good. Now we're reaching the C. And we know that C is an angle inside of the triangle. And so in order for us to get C, and we know the angles in a triangle add up to what?
180 no.
Yes, 180 degrees.
180 degrees.
So in order for us to get C, what are we gonna do? We're going
Gonna
to
add 180 plus 54.
not 180. We're gonna add 58.
50
plus 54.
58 plus 54.
Yes.
And then subtract whatever you get from that with 180.
Yes, that's correct. So we have 58 degrees plus 54 degrees. When y'all add them, what y'all got?
112.
112.
112.
So 58 plus 54 is equal to
112.
112. So 58 plus 54. 8 plus 4 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's going to be, put the 2 down, put the 1 up. 10 plus 1 is 11.
So, Mr. Petit, I think you get the answer.
Which answer is?
I get 68.
68. Anyone else got 68?
I got
So-
I
So-
did. Yes, I got 68.
I did.
112.
I get 68, sorry.
I did.
So after we finish add them, what are we gonna do with them?
Subtract.
Subtract.
Subtract. Very good. And so we have 180 degrees. 180 degrees minus 112 degrees, and that equals to, so 180 degrees
Equals to 68
168.
degrees.
minus 112. We have 0 minus 2. We can't do that. And so what we have to do is this becomes a 7. And this is 10. We have 10 minus 2 is what? 8. 7 minus 1 is 6. 1 minus 1, we can't do that. So this is 68 degrees. And so that means that C is equal to 68 degrees. And so again, C is equal to, let me put it out, put it in red. C is equal to 68 degrees. And the reason is because angles in a triangle add up to
180 degrees.
180 degrees. Very good. All right. Do y'all have this written down? Let me know if y'all have this written down, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you do take a
sir.
picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp, if you do take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp, go ahead, Miss Cash.
So the 126 was just a decoy or something.
Oh, that's not. We could also find it another way. If we subtract 180 and 26 on 126, we would get 54 too. That's another way you could do it.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Petit?
Go ahead.
In this case, right?
Mhm.
If it's like this, would you still be able to use the same method, like to subtract the 180 from the other side?
Which one? This?
Like how you said you still could do another method, which in whereas you did the 126 just now minus the 180, it would still give you 54.
Yeah.
So would it still be the same thing?
We're gonna use we call it co-interior angles. So if you notice that this is a C, this also is like a C shape. So we could also use that idea to find B. B is just do 180 minus 126, and that'll give you 54. Because co-interior angles add up to 180 degrees. So that's another way you could find 54 too.
Okay.
That's another
Thank
way.
you.
Excuse me,
That is another way. Yes.
Yes, Mr. Petit.
Yes, Samaya.
I have to leave. Is it okay if you just send me the notes?
I will.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Antoine.
I could be completely honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I get 68 off a plain guess.
Guessing?
I don't have to. I just guess. I just guess.
You just guess it? Say once. Oh, I mean adding it and then that's the thing. When we do these stuff, sometimes intuition helps, like doing it over and over and over again. You just kind of have a feeling that, yeah, I think this would do. And you might be right. You might just be right. That's why in the exam, even if you're not sure, still put it. I can't tell you. I remember I was inside of I remember I was doing my exam, and I was like, I don't know if this is right. I don't know if this is right. And I still put it. And would you believe exactly what I put was right? So even though you might not know if it's right, and you ain't 100% sure, but you're like, I think that's how you do it, still put it, because you might be right. But in this case, all we used was angles on a straight line at a comma point. We use alternate angles, and we use the fact that angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Question, have y'all sent in your work to me? Let me know if you already sent it to me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Where? Some people still haven't sent in the work. Dior, where's Dior?
Yes, sir.
You ready sending your work?
I'm doing it right now.
All right, make sure I send your work.
Good day, sir. You see all my work?
Let's say yo. Let me see. That's not Teo. Yes, I see him. All right, good. Denvor, Lockhart, can you hear me? Denvor? Denvor, Lockhart, can you hear me? I don't think your mic is working, Denvor. But I need you to send in your work. Denvor, Lockhart. Dunaway, where's Dunaway? Johnson?
Hi, Mr. Petit.
Hey, how you doing? You ready sending this work, or you haven't write it down yet?
I write it down right now.
Okay. And do you understand this, Dunaway?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Isaiah Brown, where's Isaiah?
I'm here.
Isaiah, you already written this down?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just finished.
You just finished? You sent it to me yet?
No, sir. I'm about to right now.
Yeah, I need you to do that. Where is Ken Leah? Ken Leah, can you hear me? Where's Ken Leah? Leah, can you hear me? I can't hear from Leah. Samaya with a Y, are you there?
Yes, sir.
You already sent in your work for this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Crimson, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
You already sent in your work?
Yes, sir.
Malaya Major, where's Malaya Major? Malaya Major, are you there? Where's Malaya? Malaya
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, Malaya Major. Have you already sent in your work?
Yes, sir.
You understand what we're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hi, good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
You writing this?
Yes, we're writing this, but we have to move on to the next one. So let's do another one. So for this one,
Good night.
good night. Good night.
We having a quiz on that?
Who's that speaking? What's your
It's
name?
Ramon.
Ramon. Oh, Ramon, you have to put in your name. I just see Zoom user. Put in your name. All right, let's do another one. So write this down for me, please. Let's do another one. Let me move this. Drawings. Okay, so let's say that this one is 123 degrees. That's all the information I give you, and I want you to figure out what is X. What is A, B, and C. I only tell you that that's 126. I mean, not 126, 123. And I want you to figure out, based on that information, what is angle A, B, and C. All right, write this down for me, please. I tell you that this is 123. And based on that, I want you to figure out what is A, B, and C. So write this down for me, please. Again, write this down for me, please. Alea, you think you know how to find A?
Talking to me?
Yes. Do you think you understand how to find A, angle A?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Amari Penniman, where's Amari Penniman?
Mr. Petit, are just in the chat or in our
Where's
book?
X?
In our books. No, there's no X, only A, B, and C.
Yes, sir, thanks.
Oh, there's one more number I need to put. Let's say that this is 42 degrees. Amari Penniman, are you there? Where's Amari Penniman?
Yes, sir.
Amari, do you understand what you're doing for this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Barry Jean, you understand what you're doing?
Yes, I get it.
Getting it, okay. Damari, where's Damari?
Yes, sir.
Damari, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I am.
Okay, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we're gonna get A?
I get that. Something like that.
Something like that? Okay. Elcha? Where's Elcha? Are you writing this down, Elcha?
Yes, sir.
Elcha, do you understand how we're gonna get A or no? You understand how we're gonna get A?
Pardon?
Do you understand how we're gonna get angle A? Angle A?
No, sir.
No? Okay. And Ethan Smith. Where's Ethan Smith?
All right, there.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we're gonna get angle A?
Yes, sir.
You do? Okay. Jaden, Branch it or
Yeah, sir.
are you writing this down?
Yeah, sir.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get it.
Um,
I think I could.
Miles, you say you finish? Anyone else finish?
I am.
I finished. I finished.
Who else finish?
Also finished. Me, Savannah.
I'm finished.
Me, Trayvon.
All right.
I am.
You already draw it and everything?
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It's pretty quick. Take a
Yes,
picture
sir.
of it. Take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp if you're already done. Where is Elsha? Elsha, are you there? Where's Elsha?
Yeah.
Elsha, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Elsha, notice here that we have these two angles, they're on a straight line. Now, what do we know about angles on a straight line at a common point? They must add up to what?
They add up to 180.
Very good. So angles on a straight line at a common point add up to 180.
108.
So
180.
good. So Elsha, let me ask a question. If this is 123 and this is A, and we know that angles on a straight line must add up to 180 degrees, how are we gonna find out A, the answer for angle A?
You subtract 123 from 180.
Very good. Now class, when we subtract 180 and 123, what do we get?
57.
57 degrees.
157 degrees.
What y'all get?
57 degrees.
7 degrees.
I hear someone say 157. Is that true?
I said that.
It's not 157, it's just 57.
Oh.
Okay.
57.
57 degrees. So A is equal to 57 degrees. How many persons got that? Let me know. How many persons got that? Let me know.
did.
I did.
I did.
All right, excellent.
I did.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Next, where is Damari? Damari, are you there? Counting from Damari. Azaria Cash, are you there? Where's Azaria? Azaria Cash, can you hear me? Jeff Tanique Murphy, where's Jeff Tanique Murphy? Can you hear me, Jeff Tanique? Jeff Tanique Murphy, can you hear me? Jeff Tanique Murphy, can you hear me? How do I get that A is equal to 57? What did I do?
You subtract 180 from. Okay, you subtract 123 from 180.
Why would I do that? What's the reason?
Because the angle A is 123.
What's the rule? What's the rule that I'm using?
I can't remember.
The rule says that. Are you writing this down, Jeff Tanique?
Yes, sir.
Are you paying attention?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the rule says that angles on a straight line at a common point add up to what? Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to what?
8 degrees.
Add up to 180 degrees. Where's Jeff Tanique? Where's Jeff Tanique? Jeff Tanique, can you hear me? All right, so we have angles on a straight line at a common point add up to 180 degrees. So we subtract 180 and 123. Now for B, well, if A is 57, if A is 57, what must B be equal to?
57.
B is 57 degrees as well.
57.
Why? What's the reason?
Alternate angles.
Equal. They're equal.
Alternate angles are equal. So B is equal to
Alternate.
B is equal to what? 57 degrees. Again, the reason is alternate angles are equal. And I can show you the shape that they form. Let me show you it. They form a Z shape, right? So this is going to be so we have a Z shape here. Let me highlight it. So this is the Z shape right now. The Z shape. And so that means that if this is 57, which we know this is 57, if it is 57 degrees, then this must also be 57 degrees. And so we have that B is equal to 57 and A is equal to 57. Both of them is 57. Okay, because alternate angles are equal. Next, angle C. We have angle C. What y'all have for angle C?
We used to have 42 plus 57.
I have 81.
I had 42. I had 40.
56.
Say it again.
108. Take away 114.
So what we have to add
81.
first? What we have to add first?
57 and 42.
57 plus 42.
57 plus 42.
42.
Very good, very good. So we add 57.
99.
99. 99.
Plus 42.
Again, 99.
You got 99.
Oh.
Where's Dwayne Henry? Dwayne Henry, are you there?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, what happened? You're not participating. You're not answering any questions. What are you doing in the back there?
I was on my machine.
Say it again.
I was on my machine.
Okay, so we have 57 plus 42. And that's what?
99.
99.
That's gonna be what? 99. degrees. And so we have to subtract
180 take away 99.
Minus 99.
Very good. So subtract. So we have 180 degrees minus what?
99.
99. 81.
Equals 81.
That's gonna be equal to
81 degrees.
equals to, y'all got 81 degrees.
Yeah, so.
Yes, sir.
So 180 minus 99 is 81. And so that means that C is equal to 81 degrees. All right. Anyone got all three of these right?
I did.
Anyone else got all three right?
I did.
Okay, good. All right, good. If you think you're due on, by the way, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp.
I accidentally put B and C in different places.
Be careful. By the way, if you understand this, if you understand how we got to answer, I want you to put I inside the chat. If you understand this, put I inside the chat. If you do not understand, please put N. But if you understand, please put I.
180.
Again.
Does it have to be a 180 like the or I understand now.
Okay.
My God. In 57 and 57 instead of the 42. For the last part, but the first part and the second part I got right.
Okay, that's no problem. Again, if you understand, please put I inside the chat. If you do not understand, please put N. But if you do understand, please put I inside the chat. We're gonna do one more quick one. We only have 3 minutes until. This one, please take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Please do that.
I just did. I did.
You already did that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And so what we're gonna do now is please put your answer in the chat. Put your answer inside the chat. I want to know what is the size of angle G. Do not write this down. Just put the answer inside the chat for me, please. What is G? Put your answer inside the chat for me, please. What is G? What is the size of angle G? Again, put your answer inside the chat. What is the size of angle G? It's not 360, Shekinah. Okay, it's not, it's not 360. What is G equal to? G.
Did we write this down?
No, don't write this down. Just put the answer in the chat. What is G equal to? Put the answer inside the chat for me, please. What is G equal to? I seen all type of different answers. All I want to know is what is G equal to? What is G equal to? All right. What is G equal to? Put your answer inside the chat for me, please. Miles? Miles?
178.
I said put the answer in the chat. Do you understand English, Cleveland?
No.
Cleveland, I mean Miles. Where's Miles? I can't hear you, you're very faint. Can you hear me? Okay, so what y'all got for y'all answer for this one?
2.
You got 2?
78.
I got 180.
178.
124.
178. 178.
How many persons got 182? You got 100.
answer was 110 and 1. I did.
Anyone got 182?
I did.
Okay.
Not me.
I got 182. 182. 182.
I got 182.
I did.
Okay, 182.
I got 182. I mean, never mind. I got 178.
Anyone got 178?
I
178.
got 178.
178.
After
I
subtracted,
got
I got 178.
178. 178. All right, so how?
I got 124.
124, okay. So remember, how do we do this?
We add 110.
110 plus
72.
72 minus 360.
Ah, exactly. So remember, the idea is that angles
So 110 take away 72.
Angles, so that's the point, right? Angles around the point, add up to how much? Add up to what? 360 degrees. So angles around the point must add up to 360 degrees. And so that means in order for us to figure out what is the size of angle G, what we need to do is we need to add what? 110.
Wait, it is.
We need to add 110 plus what? Plus
72.
what? A 72. And that gives us what?
182.
182.
110 plus 72 gives us what? 182. 182. But do we end there? Do we end there?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No. What do we have to do now?
180.
Not 180.
We have to take away
360.
360 from 182.
Very good. 360 minus 182.
82.
Very good. 360 minus 182. And we say 0 minus 2. We can't do that. That becomes what? 5. Then it's 10 minus 2, which is what? 8. 5 minus 8. We can't do that. That becomes 2. This becomes 1. So it's 15 minus 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 7. And 2 minus 1 is 1. And so the answer is 178 degrees. Anyone got 178 degrees? Let me know, please.
I did.
178. Very good.
I got it.
Yes, sir.
I
Very
I
good.
did.
I got it.
Very good.
178.
I got it.
Very good. 178 degrees. That's how we get it, right? It's around the point, angles around the point out of the 360 degrees. So be careful. All right. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna transition over to English language. And so let's move on to English. Go ahead.
My car.
I can't hear you. I can't hear him. I really can't hear him. Anyway.
Car just went off, so I won't be. I will try.
Your current just went off. Okay, your current went off.
Yes, sir. It is off.
Mr. Petit, can you put it back up a minute, please?
Okay, no problem. This is the slide.
Fine.
You got it?
Yes.
Okay, good. So today is what, Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. I can't believe that today is Wednesday already. How, man?
Mr. Petit,
Yes, go ahead.
Supposed to be glad, man.
my current off too.
Who current off?
Yes, on Gary.
It's on Curry. Okay, let's hope it comes back on. Wednesday, the what? The 30th?
30th.
Today's the 30th?
Yeah, so we will do November.
Next up, November.
Oh my goodness.
The best month.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nah, July.
Time is just moving. All right, the subject is what? English
November.
language. We're not gonna argue which month is the best month, please.
Alright.
That's subjective. That's not objective. Y'all understand that?
Yeah, so
All right. The topic.
You turn everything into a learning lesson.
All right. Topic is we're gonna be doing what? Sensory details.
English language.
Yeah, the subject, I mean the topic, sorry, is sensory details today. Now, sensory details, before I explain it, anyone have any idea of what we mean by sensory details? Maybe you've learned it before. Heard it
Words that
before.
use the five senses.
detail
Words that use
words
the
that
five senses.
describe the senses.
Words that describe your 5 senses.
What you see, hair, smell, and see, like
Really?
a bird smell. Yeah.
Close, very close. Very close. Anyone else want to try? Y'all are close. What do you mean by sensory details?
Would you just say again?
What do we mean
Using
by
the five senses.
sensory details? Using the 5 senses? You don't know? What are
They're descriptive words using five senses.
They're descriptive words to describe the 5 senses?
That use the five senses.
That use the 5 senses? Who said that?
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo? Okay, that's close. Anyone else? What do we mean by...
They can't see your screen.
Yes, I'm not sharing right now. At least it's just pause. It's not like on anything yet. Sensory details. Anyone else want to try? What do you mean by sensory details?
Using figurative
A
or
little stuff?
literal language.
Say it again.
Using figurative and literal speech.
Using figurative and literal speech to do what? You don't know? Okay.
To
Sensation for the reader.
It's a sensation for the reader. What do you mean by that?
Like emotions or feelings, something like that.
Feelings, emotions, or feeling. Okay. Well, we're gonna be learning about sensory details. So at least y'all on the right track because there are 5 senses. What are the 5 senses? We all know them.
Smell,
Scent.
smell, touch, sense.
Seeing, all that good stuff, right? So the sensory details, go ahead.
I had sensory details like the descriptions for the like when they refer to like the five senses like touch, sight, smell, taste.
Very good.
Like descriptions of those.
Yeah, so descriptions that appeal to your five senses are what we call sensory details. All right. So let's go ahead and write the definition. So sensory details, write this down. Sensory details are a fundamental, and by fundamental we mean integral or basic part, aspect of language and writing. The reason why we use sensory details is that every time we want to add richness and depth, I shouldn't say every time, but sensory details are a good way to add richness and depth to your writing. So that brings richness and depth. So if you want to enhance your writing, not only must we talk about using the different types of sentences, whether it be compound sentences, complex sentences, compound, complex, and simple sentences, making sure you have a variety. Not only must you do that, but it would be good if you could write in a way that would be creative, that would appeal to the reader, right? That would have a good appeal to them, right? This is especially true when you're writing descriptive essays. If you're trying to describe something, right, to someone, or you're trying to describe an experience to someone, or you're trying to describe an event to someone, or you're trying to describe how you felt to someone, this is the perfect type of thing to use. You have to use sensory details. That's perfect for that. Why are they effective? Because by appealing to the five senses, like we said them already, that would be sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. By appealing to these, writers and speakers can create a more exciting and immersive, spell exciting properly, a more exciting and immersive experience for readers and audience. So it's more exciting when you use the sensory details. In fact, I would argue that it's even more relatable. Like we could understand what you're talking about when you use when you use the senses. Like, oh, that's what they mean. Like it adds an extra dimension to your writing. Very, very good and important thing to do. So as you mature in writing, adding sensory details is a must. It's a must, right? Okay, so let's talk about sight. So the first one you could do is you could do sight. So visual images, write this down for me, please. Visual imagery is perhaps the most commonly used sensory details. In fact, imagery is its own, like, it's its own literary device, right? So when you're explaining something to someone, immediately they start imagining it, right? And depending on how well you explain it to them, they could get a perfect picture of what you're talking about. That's imagery.
Elizabeth,
Uh-huh.
you can send the first sentence to my mom, please.
The first sentence.
Yes, sir. Because I can be able to finish it.
The first sentence. Oh, who's this?
Kayla.
Okay, no problem. I will.
Okay.
So sight is when we use imagery, right? Like, if you are good at imagery, if you're good at that, you'll be able to describe what you're explaining in a picture perfect way, right? Persons will be able to understand you, they'll be able to get you, right? When I was speaking to someone, they'd be like, I don't know how to explain that. I don't know. Like, but the better you become at using imagery, when the better you become at using sensory details, then you'll be able to describe something in a perfect way. You'll be like, man, I know what this is, but I don't know how to explain it. But if you become more mature in writing, then you'll be able to explain it, and persons will be able to understand exactly what you're talking about. So visual imagery is perhaps the most commonly used sensory detail. It involves, write this down, it involves the use of descriptive. Yeah, I know, right? Descriptive language to create mental pictures in the reader's mind. So sight, when we have sensory details that refer to sight, we are able to create the image in our mind, right? So
The things say immersive, or it must be impressive or immersive.
immersive.
All right.
It involves the use of descriptive language to create mental pictures in the reader's mind. So let me give me an example. Give me an example. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the tranquil ocean. How does that sound? Let me read it again. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the tranquil ocean. What is that describing there?
Sunset.
What is that? What is being described? A what?
Sunset and blind ocean.
A sunset, right? A sunset. Now, you could just say, oh, the sun set yesterday, right? That's one way of saying it. But you could use these descriptive and sensory details to really capture that moment. And does the sentence capture the moment? What y'all think?
Yes, sir.
So what keywords in here? What keywords in here give you the imagery in your mind? What keywords in here?
Below the horizon.
And
Warm
horizon.
golden glow.
Golden.
Warm
Golden glow.
Okay. So
and tranquilize.
So golden glow refers to your sight. Golden glow, right? That is helpful.
And tranquilize.
The sun dipped below the horizon. That is also visual, right?
And tranquilize ocean. Whatever.
And over the tranquil ocean, that's not, I mean, it still does create the imagery, I must say. So yeah,
What
we can
about
say that.
warm?
Yeah, the warm, yeah, warm is also good because warm, even though warm is really like how you feel, but it's also, in this case, it's a color. right? It's warm. It's a warm color. And tranquil ocean, that is also important to create the imagery. So what is this showing? This is showing you that you could say one thing in one way and it'll be okay, nice. But you could say the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the tranquil ocean. You could say that. And they'd be like, oh man, oh, I want to read more. Like, I really want to read more. Like, you describe it in a way that's inviting. You describe it in a way that I actually want to be there, right? And that's how your writing should be, right? By using sensory details, your writing is way more rich and way more deep and way more mature. That's what you want to use in your writing, right? All right, let's move on. So that's sight. So we could see it, we could picture it. Go ahead, Alex.
Sorry, I was late. I had a PTA meeting.
So quickly write this down. Your mommy told me that she was gonna have the meeting. All right. Alexander, are you writing this down? There's Alexander, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
And Amari Penniman, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Shaved Harris, are you writing this down?
Yes, I am. I'm already done.
Okay, good. Now we go to sound. Now sound is auditory details that appeal to what? That appeal what? To the sense of what? Yeah, that appeal to the listener's ears, that appeal to the sense of hearing and are effective in creating oral, that's listening, experiences, right? That's sound. So if you want so sight create a visual thing in your mind, right? You can't really hear and you just create a visual image in your mind. But sound, you could hear it. You're like, oh, I know what you're talking about. Like I could literally hear it in my head while you're talking about it, right? That ever happened to you? Someone describing something, they're like, I could hear that sound in my head, like as you describe it, right? That is auditory. That is auditory details. The first one is imagery. The next one is auditory details. Let's give an example. So we can say the sizzling.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead. Sound of.
Is that supposed to say and or if? Never mind.
You got it. The sizzling sound of meat on the grill wafted through the summer air. Now I'm hungry. Gosh. The sizzling sound. What sound is that? The pop pop. That sound, right?
It's something frying.
Right? The sizzling sound of meat on the grill wafted through the summer air. You could hear the sizzling, right? You could hear it, right? And you know, it's making us hungry at this point.
Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I remember you saying you was a vegan?
I am a vegan.
Yeah.
I am.
Come on, man.
Don't sound like it.
I am a vegan. I never say hungry for this food.
You can't eat meat?
No, I don't eat meat. All right. The sizzling sound of meat on the grill wafted through the summer air. So you could hear the sound of the meat on the grill. You could hear the sizzling of it, right? That appeals to your ear, right? What are the sounds that you could make or that you could say that would give the readers an oral experience besides sizzling? What else we could say?
The sound of emergency sirens awaken the still roads wailing like a newborn baby.
Sirens. How about buzz, right? How about pop, right? How about bam, boom, right? Anything else? There's a crackle, yeah, crackle. There's a word for them. It's not onomatopoeia. It is the thing escaped me, the name escaped me. Words that make the sound. Like once you say it, it makes the sound.
I thought that is onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia?
Yes, sir.
That's onomatopoeia?
Yeah, I think
Yes,
that's
sir.
onomatopoeia.
Yeah, that's onomatopoeia. Yes, thank you. That's it down. Overthinking. All right, yes, it is onomatopoeia. Like buzz, boom, ouch.
Snap,
Smash.
crackle, pop.
Yeah, like splash. Swoosh. Or we could say zunk, or you could say boom, pop. Wow. Like all those are words. Onomatopoeia is good for this because they appeal to the reader's ear. All right.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
What about gink?
Gink. Yes, that's correct.
Brawl.
Gink. Gink. Brawl. Yeah. Next, we have sight, we have sound. What else we need?
Touch.
Feeling.
Touch. Let's do touch. So touch, these are tactile details, right? So sight is visual details, imagery. Sound is auditory details, which you could hear. And then touch is tactile details, right? Tactile details. Which brings a sense of what? A sense of touch to the narrative. So these are ways that you could enhance your own writing, right? If you're trying to describe something and you're like, I don't know what to describe. I don't know. Describe what you saw. Then describe what you heard. Then describe what you felt. Then describe what you tasted. Then describe what you smelled. Like those are different aspects of describing things, right? That you could use. So touch brings a sense. Tactile details brings a sense of touch to the narrative. These are especially important when you do a narrative essay and descriptive essay. You could do it in persuasive essays too, and you could even do it in argumentative essays, but not so much. You want to stay, formal, but you still could have that element of descripting a high sense of, or not a high sense, but like just like a incredible degree of accuracy and descriptiveness when you are explaining or describing some things. So let's say that example. So example, let me put this example in bold letters. Example, remember this is tactile, so we could say the smooth, cool surface of the marble, contrasted, or I say of the marble top, contrasted with the warmth of the freshly baked bread made the homely, made the simple, made the homely, 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 made the home. Well, simple space, a home, a cozy home. That's nice. Man, that's nice. All right. What words, let me read it again. The smooth, cool surface of the marble top contrasted with the warmth of the freshly baked bread made the simple space a cozy home. Can you all feel the words that are being expressed there? Can you all see it in your minds? Can you feel the warmth in that particular home? Is it getting to you?
Yeah, now I feel like eating some bread.
Now you feel like eating some.
You can feel it and smell it.
You could feel it, smell it, right? You want to be there. Like I wanted it. Like this could be a Airbnb. Just want to be there, right? What words sell it to you? What words appeals to you?
Home.
Cozy home, yes. Cozy.
Freshly baked surface.
Say it
Cool
again.
surface, smooth, cool surface.
Smooth, cool surface. Very good. So cozy home.
Marble top contrasted with the warmth of the freshly baked bread.
Freshly baked bread.
Yeah. The smooth, cool surface. Right? So it's smooth. It's cool. Right? You could feel that. Smooth, cool surface.
Folks.
And
Warmth of the freshly baked
warmth of the freshly baked bread, yes. Right. There we go. Good. So that is touch. You could feel it. You could touch it. It appeals to you. It appeals to your sense of touch. Next, what else we have? What's the other one? So be what? We have sound. We have sight, sound, touch.
Taste.
Hell.
Let's do taste. Taste. Taste it. All right. Now taste. Taste is describing, write this down, describing taste adds a flavorful dimension to sensory details. And so, what do we mean by that? Well, let's give an example. So this is going to be an example that appeals to the sense of what? That appeals to the sense of what? The sense of taste. Let's go ahead and give an example. So we're gonna say, in this example, let's say that the rich, velvety chocolate melted on her tongue, leaving a lingering sweetness. There we go. The rich velvety chocolate melted on her tongue, leaving a lingering sweetness. What words appeal to the sense of taste, Theo?
Melted on her tongue.
Melted on her tongue. How about the rich
chocolate?
Yeah, the rich velvety chocolate.
Lingering sweetness.
Lingering sweetness, yep. Rich velvety chocolate. Melted, I would put melted a part of that too. Melted on her tongue, leaving a lingering sweetness. Wanna eat some chocolate now?
No, I want chocolate cake.
Say now I want chocolate cake. That is so true. That is so true. All right. Now, last but not least, that's 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
now we're gonna do the last one, smell. Smell. So olfactory, that's another word for like smell and nose and stuff. Olfactory details engage the sense of smell. Adding a layer of depth to the description. That is smell. So these are going to be words that appeal to the sense of smell. And this example that I'm going to give you would have those details. So we can say the air was filled with the sweet fragrance of blooming flowers. So what appeals to the smell? I would say sweet fragrance in this one.
Blooming flower.
Sweet fragrance. And blooming flowers. All right. Go ahead, Shekinah. Shekinah, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Can you read the first paragraph, sensory details?
Sensory details. Sensory details are a fundamental aspect of language and writing that brings richness and depth by appealing to the 5 senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. Writers and speakers can create a more exciting and immersive experience for readers and audiences.
All right, thank you. Antoine, sight. Antoine, sight. Antoine, can you go
Yes,
ahead?
sir. It wasn't letting me open up my mic. Visual imagery is perhaps the most commonly used sensory detail. It involves the use of descriptive language to create mental pictures in the reader's mind.
Example.
Example, the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the tranquil ocean.
No, man, read that with some soul.
The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the tranquil ocean.
Very good. Go ahead. Where is Tavana? Tavana, can you hear me? I can't hear from Tavana. Where is Kamani? Kamani, can you hear me? No, Kamani. Destiny,
Yes, sir.
can you read sound?
Sound. Authority details that
Auditory.
the sound auditory details that appeal to the sense of hearing and are effective in create oral experiences.
Example.
Example, the sizzling sound of meat on the grill wafered,
Wafted.
wafted, to the
Wafted.
wafted,
Wafted.
wafted through the summer air.
Thank you, Alex. Delavo. Where's Alex?
Crayon.
Where's Alex? I can't hear from Alex. Go ahead, Aiden. Aiden Bean.
Okay.
Touch.
Touch. Tactile details brings a sense of touch to the narrative. Example, the smooth, cool surface of the marble top contrasted with the warmth of freshly baked bread made the simple space a cozy room.
Very good. And Anishka. Taste.
Taste. Describing taste adds a flavorful dimension. Describing taste adds a flavorful dimension to sensory details. Example, the rich velvety chocolate melted on her tongue, leaving a lingering sweetness.
Very good. Go ahead. Where is Makaya Roca? Smell.
Yes, sir.
Smell. Olfactory.
Smell. Olfactory details engage the sense of smell, adding a layer of depth to the description. Example, the air was filled with sweet fragrance of blooming flowers.
Thank you. Very good. Question, are y'all finished writing this down? Let me know if y'all finished.
Yes,
Let me know.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
finished?
Almost.
Are y'all finished
Yes,
writing
sir.
this down?
I
Yes, sir.
want
I'm
to
example. I'm
Um,
example for touch.
Yes, sir.
Are we done writing this down? Okay.
I an example the smooth cold surface.
Okay.
Yeah,
Never
I
mind.
there too.
I am the example with which relative now.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the quiz inside the chat.
Smell.
I'm going to put the quiz inside the chat. I need you to do the quiz. You need to get at least 18 on the quiz. Let me see.
I gonna take a screenshot of this then and then do the quiz.
Yeah, no problem. I'm going to put the quiz inside the chat. The quiz will be placed in the chat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once you've started the quiz, please put started in the chat. Again, once you've started the quiz, please put started in the chat. This quiz is going to be based on sensory details. Again, once you start the quiz, please put started in the chat. You need to get at least 18 out of 20, which is 80%. That's the passing score. Please complete this quiz. Make sure you're ready to send in your work and send in the notes. That's very important. The quiz is going to be based off of sensory details, so make sure that you have a good understanding of it. Where is Ajani? Ajani, are you there? Where's Ajani? Ajani, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You finished writing this down?
No, sir.
Are you still writing down the notes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what number y'all on the quiz? What number y'all on the quiz? Let me know what number y'all on.
I'm on
Number what?
7.
Number 7. Okay,
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
go ahead.
Can you resend the link, please?
I could resend the quiz. Let me resend the quiz inside the chat. Please complete the quiz. So the quiz is placed inside the chat. Anyone finish with the quiz?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got 100%.
That's Tavana.
No, Rodrigo.
Rodrigo, oh, you and Devana got 100. Did you already send in the work for me?
No, sir. I ain't
Yes,
sending
sir.
your notes.
Yes, sir.
Rodrigo, since you already sent in the work, Rodrigo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you could leave. Tavana, make sure send in
Good.
your work.
Good night.
Good night. Chico
Yes.
France, where's Chico? Where's Chico?
I right, yes, sir. I got 16 or 20.
Mr. Petit.
You have to redo it. You have to get it 18 or the 20.
All right.
18. Go ahead. Someone have a question for me?
Mr. Did I finish?
You have to get Antoine. You finished what?
The quiz.
What you got?
20 out of 20.
That's correct. Zion Neely. Where's Zion? Zion Neely. Zion Neely. Where Zion is?
Yes, sir.
You have to redo your quiz, okay?
Okay.
Amari. Where's Amari?
Yeah.
Amari, you have to redo the quiz. You got 16.
I must submit it, but
Markeo, you have a question?
I must have submitted, so
20.
Okay, redo it. Very good. Alea, Antoine, Chanel.
I finished, I get an 18 or 20.
18 is fine.
I'm finished, I got 20 out of 20.
Very good, Cleveland.
I'm finished. I got a 20 or 20.
20 or 20 is good.
I'm finished, I got an 18.
I got an 18 or 20.
Kanan, what's happening? Where's Kanan?
I got 20 or 20.
Yes, sir.
How you get 16?
I don't know.
Please redo it.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. I got 18 or 20.
Okay.
I got a 20 out of 20.
I got 20 out of 20.
And I sent the work to you.
Okay.
Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
good night.
Good night.
You can leave once we finish our quiz.
All right. If you finish the quiz and you got 18 or above, then you could leave.
I did it again, Mr. Petit, and I got 18 or 20.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
That's only those who are finished with the quiz can go.
Excuse me, I got an 18 out of 20.
I got 20 out of 20.
All right.
And Mr. Petit?
I got an 18 out of
I did it
20.
over. I did it
sent a
over and I
picture
got
to you.
20, 20. I got 18 out of 20.
Very
I got
good.
an 18.
Very good. Very good.
Going on an 18 out of 20.
Randolph.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Good night.
Mr. Pay, I sent you my work. See you tomorrow by God's grace.
Yes, take care.
Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Good night.
Mr. Petit.
Go ahead, Jeff Tanique.
Quiz, right? My answers is right, but the thing mark it wrong.
What do you mean it's right?
Like it's actually right. That's the first time I had the wrong answer, and it tells me my mistakes, and I actually redo the quiz, and it mark it wrong.
If you I finish, I get 20 or 20.
20 out of 20. Jeff Tanique, what you mean? Which ones you got? Which one do you say you got right? What number?
I got number 7 wrong, and I got number 10 wrong, and it said I get a 16 or 20.
Oh, that's because if you got 2 wrong, it's four points off. So you have to redo it.
Yeah, so
Mr. Petit, I get all right. Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
I get a 20.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Mr. Petit. Mr. Petit.
Yes.
You can send all the notes from me, please.
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you.
I get 18 out of 20.
Okay, that's good.
All
I
right,
get
good,
20 out of 20, Mr. Petit.
All right,
good night.
excellent. Excellent. No problem, Miss Alvin.
I get 18 out of 20,
Okay,
Mr.
good
Petit.
night.
All right, 18 or 20 is good.
Is that fine?
Yeah, 18 is fine.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Okay.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Good night.
I got an 18 out of 20.
18 or 20 is very good.
Have a good night, Miss Petit.
Up. Good night.
I have to send my English work tomorrow.
Why? What happened?
My camera isn't working right now.
Okay.
Mr. Fatigue, Mr. Petit, I had 18 out of 20. I only had one wrong, but now I know that I should do better next time. I know what I did wrong.
You didn't do it. Okay, good.
Good night, Mr. Petit. I got a
Good
20 out of 20.
Good night.
Good night. I got a 20 out of 20.
Good night.
Mr. Petit, I get 18 or 20.
All right, that's good.
Good night.
Good night.
I got a 20 out of 20.
All right, who said that?
Calvin.
All right, that's good, Calvin.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
I'm done, Mr. Petit. I got 20 out of 20. Good night.
All right, 20 out of 20. That's good.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit. I get a 20 out of 20.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit. I got a
Yeah.
20 out of 20.
Good night.
Good
Good night, Mr. T. I get 20. I get 20, 100.
All right, good night.
Good night, Mr. P. I finally got 20 to 20.
Who's that speaking, Lindy?
Yes, sir.
Very good.